January 3rd, 2017. 20,000 was again within sight. We had a rally of 175 points on the Dow at the open, and then it bled down. It was up about 15, 20 points at the low of the day. Still positive, but points. Thought that it was going to be, it was pretty much meandering all day. Didn't think much of it until a huge swing of buy orders into the close. Expect to break 20,000, and then after that, expect to see some downside volatility due to earnings season and other market fundamental data. So let's get into it. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed up 119.16 points to 19,881.76, up 0.60%. The Nasdaq Composite closed up 45.97 points to 5429.08, up 0.85%. The broad-based S&P 500 closed up 19 points even to 2257.83, up 0.85%. Small cap Russell 2000 closed up 7.51 points to 1364.64. Going on to some other indices, the Nasdaq 100 triple Qs closed up 47.71 points to 4911.33, up 0.98%. Looking at the S&P Midcap 400 Index, up 8.41 points to 1,668.99. Oh boy. Up 0.51%. The S&P Small Cap 600 Index closed up 4.53 points to 842.49, up 0.54%. The NYSE Composite Index closed up 84.81 points to 11,141.70, or up 0.77%. The XAU, the Gold and Silver Index, closed up 2.92 points to 81.78, or up 3.70%. The SOX, the Semiconductor Index, closed up 0.42 points to 906.89, up 0.05%. And last but not least, the VIX, the Volatility Index, closed down 0.97 points to 13.07, or down 6.91%. Looking at market internals today, volume is back to normal. Total share volume on the New York Stock Exchange, 3.72 billion shares traded, of which 2.944 billion was advancing, 760 million was declining, and 25 million shares were unchanged. Looking at the Nasdaq share volume, 1.867 billion shares traded, of which 1.305 billion was advancing, 525 million was declining, and 36 million were unchanged. Looking at the NYSE market, or AMEX, 127 million shares traded, of which 91 million was advancing, 33 million was declining, unchanged. Looking at market breadth of the advanced decline line on the New York Stock Exchange, 2,305 issues were advancing, 742 issues were declining, and 68 issues were unchanged. Looking at the Nasdaq stock market, 1,847 issues were advancing, 1,030 were declining, and 137 issues were unchanged. Looking at the NYSE market, or AMEX, 200 issues were advancing, 123 were declining, and 16 issues were unchanged. Looking at currencies and commodities today. Currencies versus the US dollar. The euro, 1.0407, down 0.0070. Japanese yen, 117.66, up 0.05. The English pound, 122.33, down 0.0045. The Australian dollar, 0.7222, up 0.0037, and the Swiss franc 1.0275, up 0.0037. Looking at commodities today, West Texas Intermediate crude down 1.23 to 52.49, or 2.29%. Now this was interesting because oil was over $56 a barrel today this morning. So that's what precipitated the sell-off in equities, and it ended down. It was an amazing move. Brent North Sea crude down 1.13 to 55.69, down 1.99%. Gold 1160.3, up 0.75%. Silver 16.345, up 0.356, up 2.23%. And following it up with equity indices on Globex, Dow Jones Futures 19,797, up 77 points, or 0.39%. S&P 500 Future 2252.25, up 16 points even, or 0.70%. 10-year bond unchanged, yield to maturity 2.446. Well, I want to wish you all a wonderful new year. Happy New Year to all. And I want to wish everybody the best of health and prosperity for this new year. And if you made some resolutions, stick to them. Be better for you. Also, please don't be scared to live your dream. There's going to be obstacles out there. You just have to find your way around them and persevere. So I want to say good night to everybody. I will see you tomorrow. And if you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. And also support me on Patreon. Links in the description. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.